Hi students, in today's session I am going to cover the topics differences between acids and bases and what is acidity, basicity and what are the chemical properties of acids and bases. So this topic in this video I am going to cover. So let us discuss first topic, that is difference between acids and bases. Okay, so already we know that what is acid, what is base. So first point, in difference you can write acids are sour in taste and bases are bitter in taste. So see here, usually you should not taste the acid and bases, especially chemical compounds. But here, how can we say they are sour and bitter means by organic compounds. We can say lemon, tamarind, tomato. These are the organic sources of acids. So they are sour in taste. For bases, example leaves. So neem leaves, they are bitter in taste. That means it contains basic compounds. So by tasting that natural things, we can say they are sour and bitter, but you should not taste the chemical compounds. So next important point, when dissolved in water, it gives H plus ions. These H plus ions are otherwise known as protons. So this name usually you will use in organic chemistry students in grade 11, but not for class 10. So for example, HCl. If you dissolve HCl in water, it gives H plus and Cl minus ion. So that H plus ion is generally known as protons. Third point, acids are proton donor. Proton means H plus. So it can donate the H plus ion to other substances. But bases are proton acceptor. It accepts the H plus ion. Next, it is very important point. It turns blue litmus paper to red. Blue to red. This is the point. Blue to red. Next, bases. So bases turns red litmus to blue. Here one clue I am giving. B means here also B. The final paper is blue. So B. So red to blue. Any one you can remember students. The other thing is opposite. Next, it turns methyl orange solution to red. Mostly acids shows red color at end of the product. Okay. But here it turns methyl orange solution to yellow. That is no changes. Methyl orange is usually yellow solution. Here no changes in methyl orange. Next, it turns phenolphthalein to colorless. When phenolphthalein is added to acidic solution, the color will change. It's colorless. But it turns to pink color when in basic medium. It turns the phenolphthalein solution to pink, basic compounds. And if we take turmeric solution, there is no change as it is. The color of the turmeric solution exists, but it turns the turmeric solution to red. In everyday life, we can see these changes while washing our clothes. Any stains on it, if we apply the detergent, it changes into red. After washing, the color will change. So next, pH is less than 7 for acids and pH is more than 7 for base. You should not forget this thing. So pH is less than 7 for acids. Next, pH is greater than 7 for base. So this is the important point you should not forget students. Next, what is acidity and what is basicity? So basicity is the term applicable for acids and acidity is the term applicable for base, opposite manner. So see, B, A, here A, B, opposite manner. You should not get confused students. Basicity is the term which represents number of replaceable hydrogen ions. It is an important point. Replaceable H plus ions. It represents number of replaceable hydroxyl ion, that is OH minus ion. Okay, see here example. If I am taking HCl, when it dissolved in water, this HCl exists with water, H3O plus plus Cl minus ion. H plus alone will not exist. It exists with water as hydronium ion. The name of H3O plus is hydronium ion. Okay, students. So this H3O plus contains H plus. Okay, students, proton. Because in water this H plus is added. See here, it splits into H plus, Cl minus. Okay, so here how many H plus it contains? Only one. So next, for bases means, here example, sodium hydroxide. When dissolved in water, it gives how many OH minus? See here, Na plus plus OH minus. Only one OH minus is produced. So this is the acidity. It gives how many number of replaceable hydrogen or OH minus ions. So monobasic means what? When dissolved in water, it gives one H plus. So mono means one. Di means it gives 2 H plus ion when dissolved in water. Tri means 3 H plus ion. So see here, now I am taking HCl here. So when HCl dissolved in water, it gives 1 H plus ion and 1 Cl minus ion, and HNO3. So when dissolved in water, gives 1 H plus and 1 NO3 minus ion. Okay, students, so it gives 1 H plus, hence it is monobasic. Next, dibasic. So when sulfuric acid added in water or when dissolved in water, it gives 2 H plus ion and 1 sulfate ion. So charges are equal, students, 2 positive charge, 2 negative charge. So it is equal. Next, this one is phosphorus acid, H3PO3 phosphorus acid. When dissolved in water, it gives 2 H plus ion plus HPO3 minus ion. Hydrogen phosphate it produces. So here 2 H plus and 1 HPO3 minus. So these are example for dibasic. Why it is dibasic? When dissolved in water, it gives 2 H plus. Next, tribasic. So phosphoric acid. See here, one more oxygen is more. So when dissolved in water, it gives 3 H plus ion plus 1 phosphate ion. Okay, students. So these are the 3 types of basicity. And for acidity, monoacidic means what? When dissolved in water, it gives 1 OH minus, just in opposite manner for acids. So see now, when dissolved in water, it gives Na plus and OH minus, only 1 OH it produces, like that KOH, K plus and OH minus. So they are giving only 1 OH in solution. Next, diacidic means when dissolved in water, it gives magnesium ion, magnesium valency always 2 plus, plus 2 OH minus ion in solution, like that calcium hydroxide. So it produces calcium ion in solution as well as 2 hydroxide ion in solution, hence it is diacidic. Next, triacidic means it gives 3 OH minus ion. So aluminum charge is 3 plus plus 3 OH minus. So now charges are equal, 3 negative charge, 3 positive charge. So means HCl, HNO3, sulfuric acid, phosphorus, phosphoric acid. For acids, these are very very important acids. And for bases, so sodium hydroxide, KOH, calcium hydroxide. So these things you should know, students. So next we will discuss about the chemical properties of acids and bases. You should know, when acid reacts with metal, it produces corresponding salt with liberation of hydrogen gas. So usually gas, how will you mention? With upward arrow mark. So for base also, when bases reacts with metal, it produces salt plus hydrogen gas. So in these two reactions, the compound is same. So when acid or base with metals gives salt plus hydrogen gas. So example, see here. Now I am taking zinc plus H2SO4. Zinc is in a solid state, here it is aqueous state. While writing equations, you should mention the physical state, students. So what happens? So it produces hydrogen gas from sulfuric acid. So H2 gas is coming out, and what is the salt? Zinc SO4, remaining is SO4. So zinc sulfate, it is a salt dissolved in water. Okay students, so this is the reaction. Next, if you take the same zinc with HCl, what happens? It produces zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas, and it is aqueous. Here it is solid state, here it is aqueous state. But see here, you have to balance the equation also. Here you are taking one HCl, but in product side, formula for zinc chloride is ZnCl2, and hydrogen gas is H2. This is a molecule, not a single hydrogen atom. So here you have to balance the equation to HCl. So this is the equation, students. Okay. In acids, not only inorganic acids. Inorganic acid means what? Without carbon atom. See here H2SO4. There is no carbon atom. HCl. There is no carbon atom. But organic acids means what? It contains carbon atom. So here, for this reaction, we can take even organic acids also. See here. Zn plus acetic acid I am taking. So acetic acid is example for organic acids, right? So it is acetic acid. In the same case also, it produces H plus. How? Here splitting takes place. CH3COO minus and H plus. Okay students? Okay. So what is the product? Zn CH3COO twice, because valency of zinc is 2 and H2 hydrogen gas. So here 2 hydrogen means here also we have to take 2. So you have to balance the equation. So it is zinc acetate. Like that for formic acid. So formic acid is nothing but methanoic acid. That also you can take. Zn plus formic acid. This formic acid is nothing but methanoic acid. Formic acid, it is a common name. Methanoic acid is the IUPAC name. Okay students. So here also you have to take 2 molecules. Then only you will get hydrogen gas. So valency of zinc is 2. So hence you will get zinc formate plus hydrogen gas. Okay students. So please mention the physical state. It is a solid. It is aqueous solution. So these are the reaction with acids. In the same case with bases also same thing happens. See here example. Now I am taking example as for base sodium hydroxide, and metal is taken as zinc. Now see here, it forms a different compound. It is also salt, but is not like this acid salts. See here, it forms Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas. Okay, See here it is aqueous solution, it is solid. Here also it is aqueous solution. So name of this Na2Z10O2 is sodium zincate. Sodium Na and zincate formula is Z10O2. But here one thing students, not all the bases reacts with metals. Only sodium hydroxide and aluminium. Only sodium hydroxide reacts with few metals, not with all the metals. So here especially zinc and aluminium only reacts with bases, not all the metals. So one more example. Now same sodium hydroxide reacts with aluminium metal. It gives sodium aluminate, NaAlO2 plus hydrogen gas is liberated. To balance the equation, so see here 2 aluminium, it forms 2. Okay, so to balance here also 2. So this is sodium aluminate. So hydrogen gas is liberated in both the cases, but here the formation of salt is little bit different. So in this case, what is the question related to this? That is test for hydrogen. So here hydrogen gas is liberating in both the cases. How can you test it? Whether it is a hydrogen gas or any other gas. For that you have to do one activity. How do you confirm that hydrogen gas is produced? So for that question you have to write this one. So when a burning candle is brought near a test tube, so that test tube which produces hydrogen gas, which contains hydrogen gas during the reaction, okay, to this test tube, if you brought a candle, so it burns with a pop sound. That candle burns and goes off with a pop sound. So this test is for presence of hydrogen gas. Here the important key point is hydrogen gas produces pop sound. Okay. Second chemical property for acid and bases is reaction with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates. When acids reacts with metal carbonate, M represents for metal and carbonate formula is CO3. So what happens in salt and water, but from carbonate CO2 gas is produced. This is the basic concept, students. So whenever carbonate compounds you are taking, after the reaction it produces carbon dioxide as a one of the product. You should not forget this concept. You can take any acid, example HCl, and metal carbonate means the simple one is sodium carbonate. So when sodium carbonates and HCl reacts means it produces a salt, that is Na and Cl. So NaCl plus from CO3, CO2 will come out. This one you have to consider. From CO3 will come out. One oxygen is there, that one reacts with hydrogen and produces water. This is the basic concept, students. From CO3 CO2 is coming out, one more oxygen is there, that one react with hydrogen gives H2O. But you have to balance the equation, right? See here 2 Na, but here only 1 Na, so you have to balance the equation. 2, so 2 NaCl and here also 2 HCl. Okay students, next example. The same thing when reacts with magnesium carbonate, instead of that same HCl reacts with magnesium carbonate formula MgCO3. It reacts, it gives magnesium chloride. This is the formula, and CO2 plus H2O. Okay students, so here you have to balance 2 chlorine, so here I am putting 2. Okay, instead of that you can take any other acid. For example sulfuric acid also you can take. Same thing, if you take H2SO4 plus this Na2CO3 sodium carbonate, it gives the salts and sodium and sulfate. This sodium and sulfate combined and it forms sodium sulfate, SO4 plus from CO3 CO2 will come out and one more is water. So this is the equation, students. Next, bases. Bases will not react with metal carbonates. Metal carbonate acts as a base. So base plus base, if you are taking any one base, base plus base means no reaction takes place. Okay, students. So metal carbonates are basic in nature. So this basic and this basic will not react. Next, with metal hydrogen carbonate. For acids, same thing, students. See here. Here also the general equation is acid plus metal hydrogen carbonate MHCO3 gives same thing, salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. Okay, so Cl plus, so metal means sodium, hydrogen and CO3. Sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is nothing but baking soda or sodium bicarbonate. Here what is the salt formed means, here this Na and this Cl will combine and forms NaCl. And next, from CO3 what I said, CO2 will come out and same water. Product is same, no changes. Okay, to balance this equation, so once you have to check whether this is balanced or not. See here, Na and Cl balanced and 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen and CO2. So this equation is balanced equation. Instead of sodium you can take potassium also, HCl plus potassium hydrogen carbonate. So it gives what? K and Cl. KCl plus from CO3 CO2 will come out, that 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogens remaining, so it produces water. Or metal hydrogen carbonate acts as a base. They are basic in nature, weak bases. They are weak bases. So when base plus base reacts, there is no reaction. So second point over. How will you confirm that carbon dioxide is evolved during the reaction? So for that question you have to answer like this, but please mention the physical state of each compound, students. So this is the test for carbon dioxide. Third reaction, acids with metal oxides. Okay, so for metal oxides are basic in nature. Sodium oxide Na2O and copper oxide, zinc oxide, magnesium oxide. So these are the examples for metal oxides. Okay, when this metal oxides reacts with acid, what happens? Acids plus metal oxide gives salt plus water. Okay, students, so here when this reaction happens means in neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction means acid plus base gives salt plus water. So here acid is there, but instead of base metal oxide is there. So hence metal oxides acts as a base. That's why we are telling metal oxides are basic in nature. That's why it forms salt and water. So here example, HCl reacts with any one compound. For example, zinc oxide. It is a metal oxide. What happens? Corresponding salt. Which is the corresponding salt? Here metal and here one metal oxide. So it forms zinc chloride and water, H2O. This oxygen and this hydrogen combines and forms water. But here 2 chlorine is there, here only 1 hydrogen. So to balance this, 2 HCl plus ZnO gives Zn chloride plus H2O, SO4. Not only with the zinc oxide, you can take copper oxide also. This copper oxide and sulfuric acid reacts means this copper and this sulfate reacts and forms copper sulfate and remaining water. So this is zinc chloride and copper sulfate are salts. Or in your book it is given as when copper oxide is mixed with HCl, what happens? That means it forms copper chloride, which turns the color of copper oxide, that is black color, to blue green solution plus H2O. Here 2 chlorine, so here also 2. Here the important concept is the solution turns into blue green color. The color is very important in chemical reaction. Okay. Then aluminium oxide react with HCl, Al2O3. It gives aluminium chloride, right? AlCl3 is the formula and H2O. So you have to balance this equation. See here 2 aluminium is there, but here 1 aluminium. And 2 3s are 6. So you have to take 6 HCl, and 6 HCl means here 3 water. So these are the reaction with metal oxide. Bases reacts with non-metal oxide in opposite manner. Acid and metal oxide, bases non-metal oxide. Okay, this is opposite. Here metal oxide are basic in nature, means here non-metal oxide is opposite, acidic in nature. Please note this. Okay, example for acidic non-metal oxides. So usually non-metals are carbon, sulfur, nitrogen, we can oxygen. These are examples for non-metals. So non-metal oxides means example carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide. We can say these are examples. Okay, or nitrogen oxides, that also examples for non-metal oxides. But important one is carbon dioxide, sulfur trioxide. These are important compounds. Okay. Base plus non-metal oxide gives salt plus water. With examples, for base you can take NaOH, and non-metal oxide, for example, carbon dioxide. So what happens? It forms sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 plus water. So this sodium carbonate is salt, but you have to balance the equation. So Na2, so 2 NaH you have to take. So 2 NaOH plus CO2 means it gives sodium carbonate plus water. Like that you can take calcium hydroxide. For example, instead of sodium hydroxide you can take calcium hydroxide also. This is the lime water milky reaction. Lime water converts into milky white substance. So it is balanced. Next, magnesium hydroxide also you can take. See here, Mg, this CO2 and 1 oxygen, so CO3, remaining H2O. This is balanced. Okay, now not only with CO2, with SO3 also you can react. See here, now instead of base MgOH I am taking NaOH, and instead of CO2 I am taking SO3. Now what happens means it forms the salt Na2SO4 plus water. Sodium sulfate it forms. See here, Na2 means 2 sodium hydroxide we need. Now Na2SO4 remaining H2O. Like that with calcium hydroxide. So calcium valence is 2, so it is CaSO4 plus H2O it forms. So this is the reaction with metal oxides and non-metal oxides. Okay. So fifth chemical property is neutralization reaction. So neutralization reaction means it's going to neutral. So how it is neutral? When acid reacts with base, it forms salt plus water. So this is the neutral. So here the salt is neutral salt. Here that salt nature is neutral salt. Students, example neutral salt. So this is the neutralization reaction. So acid base gives salt and water. in above reactions, that acid with metal oxide, it gives salt plus water. So it is related to neutralization reaction. That's why we are considering metal oxide is basic in nature. Next, non-metals acts as acidic. Why? It produces salt when reacts with base. Okay students, with the help of neutralization reaction we can identify metal oxide and non-metal oxide nature.